Am I back, people? I began to hate Spectrum. Yeah, I got my socks on. I began to hate Spectrum. Now I'm on my dated. I should do that because you can never depend. You can never depend on Spectrum. I don't know why Spectrum does that. I'm sorry, people. I had to restart. Hello, Jessica. Yeah, I got my socks on, people. If you if you're a diabetic, you get cold awful easy. Hello, Dark. Hello. I got to try to get my phone closer. Hello, Isaac. It's cold here in Indiana. I think it's probably close to, I think it got up to 40 today, which that's a heat wave after the last 2 or 3 days. We had single digits and about 3 inches of snow where I live. Hi, Isaac. And what's a famous person? Yeah, that's a heat wave. Yeah, I'm lucky. It been cold. Thank you, 709, letting me know uh, I lost. I hate Spectrum TV. Thank you for the hearts. As long as you're a good looking girl, I love you. If you're a guy, forget it. As long as you're over 18. Well, let's make it, you know, my clock was showing I was live. And it was, and I only like ladies. I'm not gay. I only like ladies. You know. We got to behave ourselves. No sexual harassment, no hate crimes. There got to be troublemakers on here. I was going to try to find it, but I couldn't find it. Man, if I was on a computer, it'd be no problem. As I say, people, no sexual harassment, no hate crimes, no bad words, stuff like that. And I just won't put up with bull crap. Let you all know I'm 70 plus. Yeah, I did have a little bit of snow. I look up, today it's melting away. It's like I said, about 40 something outside. It's melting. Hi there, Clara. Welcome, my friend. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you and your family and your friends. And because I got kids that watches my YouTube channel with their family, their dad or their mom or their legal guardian. And I don't allow certain stuff on here. Because that's how come those parents that let their kids watch it, they sit there in the background and they watch with their kids or their grandkids. Yeah. And people, if we, thank you for the heart, whoever it is, if I would get snow like they get in Canada, 12 to 15 inches every time it snowed, I'd be snowbound. I couldn't get out of my house. I couldn't get out of my house. 4 inches of snow is bad enough. 4 inches of snow is bad enough for me, people. I need a four-wheel drive, but I can't afford one. I like to have a new one because of the warranty. I know I probably can get me a used Jeep or a pickup truck, something like that. But I get to thinking. I know I think too much. If the four-wheel drive was to go out, can I afford to fix it on my income? The answer is no. But with God's help, I will get one day with God's help. And People, this December is a bad time for everybody because they lost loved ones in the month of December, and or during the summertime. They always get together at Christmas time, or they got birthdays around Christmas or after Christmas. They're not in a good mood because, every Christmas for over 30, 60 plus years, we've been with my mom, my dad, my grandparents, my grandpa Al. Well, the last Christmas I spent with Grandpa Al Cartwright was 71 because he died in 72. That was the last Christmas I spent with Grandpa Al was in 71. And, I miss my dad and mom at Christmas time. And some of my loved ones that was very good foxy ladies. I miss them. And it's hard, people. It's very hard when your loved ones ain't there to spend Christmas with. Same thing at Thanksgiving time. Everybody gets together on Thanksgiving, which is done past. Now this is Christmas time. There's people out there, it's not going to feel good. The closer it gets to Christmas, people, I'm not going to be in a good mood. I'm going to be in a grouchy mood because of Christmas. I'm not going to get one I want. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to be able to be with my parents on Christmas. I don't have a girlfriend, so I can't be with her on Christmas. Said, you all here on YouTube, this YouTube channel, you're my YouTube family. I will be on YouTube Christmas. What time Christmas? I don't know. Not early in the morning, probably around 8 to 10 o'clock, somewhere there at Christmas time. Where I can spend my Christmas time with you as a family. And you can spend time with me as my family here. It's hard to believe that 2025 is almost over. It's hard to believe how fast it went. A year ago this month, as you seen, I done a video last December of Mama Blackie passed away. She was the outside mama cat that brought 4 of her babies over here when I first moved in. I'm down to 2 of those original mama cats that she brought over. That's Boots and LB, Little Blackie. And like I said, you all my family. And you all keep me going. Even you younger people on here. Like I said, I don't mind kids getting on here, but don't give out your age. Because us old people need your younger people, because You're smart when it comes to computers, cell phones. You can help us understand about computers and cell phones. Because I don't think any of my kids or grandkids, let's see, do I have great grandkids? Yes, I do. Probably maybe 6 to 10 great grandkids, I think, somewhere in there. And I try to give you all good information. If I buy a new computer, I go through there and try to explain things. Am I having any problems with it? Which I've told you the problems I had with HP, Amazon, and PC Online, which is a third party of Amazon on that HP no good computer. And I've done videos on the LG ThinQ smart electric stove. Told you the problems. Yeah, never touch third party stuff, people. You'll get screwed every time. My son bought a heating pad from Amazon through a third party thing. Well, you got to control low, medium, high, and all this. That broke, so he taped that up. And after 30 days, people, it stopped working. Hello, Jessica. I'm glad you're back on here. Somehow my internet went down a while ago. Now I'm using my cell phone data. So I guess from now on, people, if I don't forget, I'm going to have to. Yeah, it is. But I told my son, anytime we leave the house, unplug the heating pad. Unplug it because it can short out. Just like an electric blanket, people. This ain't cost you anything. It's electric blanket. It can short out. So when you get up, unplug it. Unplug it. Because stuff like an electric blanket or a heating pad can catch on fire. That's a fact. I had an electric blanket do that back in the 70s, I think. Yeah, the 70s. I was helping Santa Claus over in Louisville, Kentucky, out in the Portland area I'm trying to think when his CB handle is. Boxcar. I think he went by Boxcar. And, me and Texaco girl, which I'm divorced from her. And lucky I came home. As soon as we opened the front door, there was smoke in the house. And I unplugged that blanket. And I threw it outside. It was just smoking. I don't know, I want you people to be safe. If you got a heating pad, when you get up in the morning, unplug it. If you leave the house, unplug it. Same thing with the electric blanket, unplug it. It's safety. And like I said, people, if you live here in the United States, that they got a deal, shop with the cop. I don't know if your state has it, but they do here in Indiana and Kentucky. That they take kids out in elementary school, low income kids. I think they get a bicycle and a jacket and clothes and socks and stuff like that. I don't. I unplug everything. Even phone chargers are short out. You know. I do that because maybe I'm too safety conscious. I got homeowners insurance. That's not the point. And, like I say, I'm home 90% of the time. There's no doctor's appointment for me or my son. I got a doctor's appointment after Christmas. I will have to go either this week or Monday. I might go Friday and have some blood work done. I got to have some blood work done before I go to the doctor after Christmas. And they got, like I say, shop with a cop here in Indiana and Kentucky. They take out elementary kids that the teachers recommend in elementary school. They got what they call the angel tree. I think that is done by maybe Salvation Army or maybe local TV stations, which helps out. Then you got the Salvation Red Buckets, Santa Claus helpers, the bell ringers they call them. It's all volunteer on those bell ringers. I think somebody, maybe it's Florida, that they don't have it because they don't. It's volunteer. People, it's Christmas time. And I always tell you all, think about St. Jude's Hospital, Wounded Warriors, DAV, your animal shelters, cat food, dog food, stuff like that for the animal shelters and dog pounds. Let's help those people out. Well, I could use some help, but St. Jude's Hospital and Wounded Warriors and DAV, that's more important than I am. Because those kids at St. Jude's in the hospital with cancer, they're going to spend time in the hospital at Christmas. If you live close to a St. Jude's Hospital and ask St. Jude's Hospital, what do their kids need for Christmas? Well, one thing I like to see that their cancer go away. I want to see the cancer go away. But to those drug people, it's a money maker. It's a money maker. But they keep it up. God is going to punish those people. Their kids is going to get cancer. and maybe die. I don't know. But they do have cures for cancer. I believe it. I hope you all believe it. Hello there, Ac- Accra Pierce. Welcome, my friend. Welcome to Indiana, the USA, Southern Indiana for the fact. Around the 27-mile marker of I-65 here in Indiana. Good evening, RM. And RM there, people, he's in Canada. He's a nurse, and he knows I've always said it. Think a nurse for the service, people. I don't do it because he's in it, because I do it in all my videos. That think a nurse, even the doctor's office, but in the hospital. You got nurses that works in the hospital, trauma care, takes care of real sick babies, take care of people who have heart attacks. You know, they go through a lot. You people in Canada, think those nurses that you got there in Canada. As I know, people, when I had my heart attack back in 16, 17, somewhere in there, spent maybe 2 weeks in the hospital. If it wasn't for those lady nurses, I didn't mind the male nurses. Maybe the ladies who have heart attack, like male nurses, but the lady nurses, they good looking. They they came in there and talked to me. I know that's their job. Take the blood pressure, this and that, and check on everything. But them women nurses, even the male nurses, they kept me going. Especially the ladies. Don't give up, Tom. Don't never give up, people, on your dreams or giving up on your life. Don't never give up. And I just don't want anybody to give up. Follow your dreams. And anybody, kids in here, it's in school, you probably, I say your last day of school will probably be Friday of this week. I'm guessing. It's been over 50 years since I've been in school. But I want your kids in school to help out other kids that's in your class that make maybe F, D's, D plus, C minus, C plus, maybe a B. Help them out. Because when I was in school, we had 10 to 15 kids in a classroom. One teacher can teach each, spend time with each kid. Now, the way I've been told, they've got 20 to 50 kids in the classroom. And it is hard for a teacher to spend time with the one really needs help. I've seen people that if you're a straight A student, the teacher is going to spend more time with you. That is wrong. That is wrong in my book. I don't care if you're an A student or an F student. The teacher should help you out. That's what I want you kids to do. Watch this video later or when you get time. Help the kids out in your class. They appreciate it. God will appreciate it. And you will get rewarded one day somehow. Because the person you help might be a VIP person. VIP is a very important person. You never know. That's what God wants you to do is help out. And you people, no matter where you are on the planet, Canada, Russia, Ukraine, UK, India, England, any place. Check on your neighbors, your old neighbors. You know, us old people, we like for people to check on us, see if we're okay. Especially it's wintertime where I'm at. To check on your neighbors. Or maybe clean the sidewalk. You don't have to get paid to clean somebody's driveway off or sidewalk off. God will reward you. I know you could use the money. But think of those old people that can't get out of their house because of the snow. God will reward you people. But I want to thank you all for coming here tonight, saying hello. I hope every one of you that's watching this YouTube video tonight that you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. As Santa Claus says, I hope you're good. If you're not, Santa Claus will leave you a lump of coal in your socks. And I know some of you don't believe in Christmas. That's okay. But I wish there's things I like to have for Christmas. I could use a new laptop, 1 TB, a hard drive, a good graphics card, and plenty of RAM. You younger people knows that. You know my post office box. And that's one thing I want for Christmas. I like to have like a new pickup truck, like a Jeep. Jeep pickup truck. And, is what I like to have. You saw the video a couple of nights ago where I showed you my 73 Monte Carlo, the blue, it was blue. That's one I like. I like to have a girlfriend come and visit me on Christmas. Or spend the night with me. And that's what I like to have for Christmas and my birthday. But all your foxy ladies is too far away from me. I got an idea within 50 miles radius of me. because I don't want anybody who's 100, 200, 500, 2,000 miles away. No, just, the reason I said that, because if it didn't work out, you too far away from your house. If you live within 50 miles of me, you're close to home. I'm, like I say, ladies, I can't be a sugar daddy. I live on a fixed income. That's how come if you got a vehicle and you got a job, it's okay. You cannot depend on my old car to keep going and going and going. You all heard this story in school about this train trying to make it up the hill that said, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Got to the top of the hill. They told that story when I was in elementary school, maybe kindergarten. That's how long ago. I think they still tell that old story. And but it's okay. God will provide for me. I have to believe. And I do believe. It must be getting cold outside. I got my temperature sitting on 69, and I think my heat pump kicked on. And I keep it on at 69, ladies. Because if it gets too hot in here, I can't breathe. I can't sleep. I got Alex. Let's see if I can see. There's Alex there. And see if I can turn it around. There's Kathy and Alexi there. And she slept right there last night. Either she sleeps there or over on my right side. Did I take? No, I didn't take my medicine tonight. I got to fill my pill container up. I do it tomorrow. It ain't gonna hurt me to miss one day of not taking my medicine. Or did I take it this morning? Maybe I took it this morning. And so I fill my pill container up tomorrow. I did take all my garbage out, mostly paper stuff, cardboard, stuff like that, out to my burning pile. And milk jugs, Pepsi Zero empty boxes. And but remember, people, I want you to have a good Christmas and a happy New Year. But stay at home, people. It's amateur night. All the amateurs will be out drinking New Year's Eve. If you plan to have a party at your house, take everybody's keys away from them and lock them up in a drawer. somewhere where people can't leave and have a wreck and hurt somebody. If you're going to have a party at your house, take everybody's keys away. I remember between here and Salisbury, Indiana, on 31, there used to be a motel called Avalon Motel. Now those is apartments. Every New Year's Eve, a couple of us rent a couple of rooms there. When we get there, the lady asks for our keys, and she keep them keys until the next morning. She made sure there was plenty of coffee in those rooms and all this. You know, there's people out there that cares. Some bars, I don't know if they all do it throughout the United States, they have taxi cabs or tow trucks or roadbacks that take you and your vehicle home. I guess they still do that. But people, I tell you about New Year's Eve. Cops is going to be out there like crazy. They tell you they're going to be out there. They sit close to bars. They drive back and forth down every bar wherever they're going to have a party. State police, county police, city police, and I don't know who else. They're going to be watching for you. And I want you to be safe. It's amateur night, people. Stay at home. You can watch the New Year come on TV. I do this every year. I watch the New Year come in on TV of every country. Like Russia, UK, China, everywhere. I watch everyone, Australia, Alaska, India. I watch all those countries come in on New Year's Eve. That gives me something to do. But I'm not drinking alcohol. The closest thing I'm getting to alcohol is Pepsi Zero, which I'm not getting paid to say that. I think they should at least give me a 36 pack of Pepsis. Yeah, that's what I believe. But people, I've been a city boy 65 years, thanks to Boss Hogg. You people say, who's Boss Hogg? You remember Duke of Hazzard, how crooked Boss Hogg is on a Duke of Hazzard. That's what this idiot was in Charlestown. He didn't like people who made $38,000 or below. At that time, or maybe $40,000. The Charlestown Police Department made that much money. They didn't even like him. And where I lived in the Pleasant Ridge subdivision, we had a Jonathan Janney School, which they tore that down this year. They had the smartest kids in the whole school system. In basketball, baseball, whatever else they had in elementary school, was the best kids they had. Got rid of those kids, and then everything went downhill. And that's a fact. You know, we had doctors come out of that Pleasant Ridge subdivision. Lawyers, nurses, veterans, police officers. We had good people come out of it, of the Pleasant Ridge subdivision. Just like you might live in places that might have trailer parks or stuff like that. I wouldn't live in a trailer, people. Your electric bill would be high because they're not well insulated. I don't know if trailers got gas furnace in them. That shows you how long I've been around the trailer. And one thing, even in the house, people, it has to be well insulated. As I've told you, when you're building a house, you don't want a slab house. You want a house that got at least 2 or 3 feet crawl space underneath it, or a basement. And you want the spray foam insulation. I guess you call it close form insulation. And spray all the cracks where the cold air can come in from outside. And when you put windows in, you want either double pane or triple pane windows. I know triple pane costs more money, but it makes your house worth more money. Before they put the trim on around your window, you spray foam insulation around your window frame. The same thing when you put your doors, your front door, back door, side door, or whatever, you spray foam insulation around your door frame. You keep the cold air from coming into your house. And if you got a crawl space, people, you want to spray your floors on it, between the crawl space and your floor. Spray it there and keep the cold air from coming up through your floor. And your drywall, before you put it on the ceiling, I know they put insulation. It's best to use spray foam. It seals all the tiny holes. If you got good insulation, your electric bill or gas bill and all that's going to be cheap. That's how come I say use that spray foam insulation. And it'll keep your house warm. It keeps the cold air from coming in. But it's up to you all if you build your house. I'm just giving you people some ideas on building houses, how to keep it warm. I'm not getting paid for that. I know that spray foam insulation costs more money. But I'm trying to help you out on heating your house with what I know. That's what I'm trying to do, help you all. And how will you think of Christmas? The people that you know that might not have a good Christmas. If you can help them out, cook them a good Christmas dinner. Or stuff like that. Even you can buy them a pair of gloves or a nice toboggan. Or toys for the kids. You know, everything's cost. When I was a kid, everything was cheap. That's about 10 times more now than it was when I was a kid. I think a 20-inch bicycle back when I was young, maybe $10, $15. I think a 10-speed bicycle was probably $20 or $25 back there then. And people, I can use your help. Just go into my description. In my description, it tells you all about me. It gives you my post office box, my PayPal account, and my Cash App. It tells you a little thing about me being a city boy, learning to be a country hillbilly. I'm still learning. You know, there's people off worse than I am. I like to have a Jeep 4-wheel drive, a new one. It don't have to be a pickup truck. But I got stuff that I have to haul, and I can't do it in my car. But God will help me out on everything. I just have to believe. And God will help you all. You all have to believe. And I want to wish everybody a happy birthday, happy anniversary if you got married today, date. And I want you to thank all the nurses for their service, because we can't survive without nurses or doctors. Also, thank a truck driver. The next time you pull in a rest park to take a break, thank a truck driver for their service. Or if you happen to go eat at a truck stop, thank a truck driver for their service. We get our clothes, our cell phone, computers, our TV, everything that we get from a truck driver. Our cars, our pickup trucks, our TVs, stuff to build our houses. You know, thank a truck driver. I think one of my kitty cats is snoring. Thank you for the hearts. And, you know, there's people this time of year is going to be sad because it's Christmas. They're lonely. They can't spend time with their loved ones because they're up there in heaven. You probably know people like that. Oh, sorry for your friend's loss. It's going to be a bad time. It is going to be hard for him. Just like the lady up at the dollar store where I usually go. Her stepdad, they buried him Monday. And she came back to work, I think yesterday. She'd been off maybe a week, I think, because her stepdad. I don't think I ever met her stepdad. Her mom could be. I could have met her stepdad, but don't remember. But December is a bad time for anybody because they lost their loved ones. It's just a bad time, people. It's a bad time for me because I can't be with my mother and father on Christmas. The only ones I got to be with is my kitty cats. It's in the house. The 5 kitty cats I got in the house. And my son. And my outside kitty cats. That's all I got. These kitty cats is my therapy animals. They keep me going. I don't have a girlfriend to talk to. You know, like my neighbors, let's see, at this time of night, he's probably in bed. Me, I stay up and watch TV almost all night long. And it gets lonely without your loved ones. And that's what I miss at Christmas time. I miss my mom. I miss my dad at Christmas time. You know, I miss him. And there's nothing I can do about it. And there's people, I'm not the only one feel like his people that lost their loved ones and not going to be able to get together at Christmas time. It's just a sad time. And you know, you probably see tears in my eyes. Because the closer it gets to Christmas, the sadder I'm going to be. Because I can't go see my mom. You know, I can drive to the cemetery, but it's not like seeing them in person. You know, if I had a girlfriend, you know, I would see her or whatever. But I don't have one of them. And what my son said yesterday, the men ain't dating. And whoever took the stupid survey is nutty as a fruitcake. Because most of the women they surveyed want their boyfriends or future husbands to make over $100,000 a year. See, they're money hungry. Money cannot buy love, people. I don't have money. I live on around 950 to 975 a month. And it's hard. It's hard. With my 4 heart attacks, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, and back problems, it's hard for me to do certain things. It's very hard. But without my mom and dad here. Dad died in 92. Mom died in either 16 or 17. I got to put my glasses on. Hello, Samantha. Hi, you beautiful lady. It's nice you being on here. You know, I'm doing better than I did last night because I got problems with my throat. You know, it wants to close up sometimes. I can eat spicy food or fried chicken or anything like potato chips or bread or grilled cheese or a hamburger, it won't bug me. The next time I can eat some spicy food, then my throat closes. And I can't understand that. I'm thinking it has to do with my medicine I take. I take 10 to 15 pills a day, which I skipped today. Well, let me bring it down. See, that is Alex. That's Alex. Her mama, Margaret, looks like her. And if see, I can get around. That's probably, I can't see it. That is Kathy and Alexi. And Margaret's out there, probably up on the ladder sleeping. Wildcat, he was sleeping in my son's room until Wildcat done a no-no, and he got kicked out of there. He had to wash some clothes. But Wildcat always came out of his room to use the bathroom, but that night, for some reason, he couldn't make it out. Because my son always leaves the door open a little bit. He could have left the door shut that night. Could have. I don't know. And the outside kitty cats, I peeped out there. And Boots, one of the mama cats, she's gray with white feet. She had, I think, 3 of her babies in there. I call them babies. The one that was born maybe a couple. Yeah, he's living. You know, since his house burnt a few years ago. You know, he has no place to live at the time his house burnt. He almost died in the house. His uncle's dog died. You know, died. He needed a place to live. He doesn't pay me any rent or anything. You know, I should make him pay, but then I get less food stamps. Well, he gets food stamps because he buys his own food. He cooks his own food. I don't eat his food because when I cook, he don't like, so I don't have to worry about him eating my food. Cause, like, I get the hang of fixing me a meatloaf. I fix it, with onions in it and crackers and eggs and stuff like that, the way my mother fixed it. I think you put oats in it too. he won't touch it. That means more meatloaf for me. I did fix ham for Thanksgiving. I got a turkey that I got in the freezer. I'm going to have to make some room in the bottom of the ice box where it'll thaw out, where I can start cooking it maybe 2 days before Christmas, something like that. And my turkey guaranteed to make you fat. Because after I take out everything that's inside the turkey out, and take it out of the bag, drop it in the pan, I probably use 3 to 4 sticks of butter inside of the turkey, plus on the outside of the turkey, and I soak it down in butter. And I really put the butter to it. And my mom, God rest her soul, she had, I think you could buy it, but I don't like it's like a crock pot, but it's way bigger than a crock pot. You know, you can fix a turkey in it. Because the one my mom had was white. It have another pan you can put in it for a small turkey. If you had a big turkey, you took that out and you set your temperature. It does. I soak that turkey with butter. I soak it with butter. And I use, what is it, country crock cook, something like that. I use that. I kind of like the taste of that butter. And just like when I fix the ham for Thanksgiving, I put a little butter on top of the ham. Then I put my pineapple in there. And I had it in the crock pot. Put it on low. I cooked it for a couple of days on low. Where it cook all the way through, then I turn it over, and when it gets done, when you cut a slice of it, it falls to pieces. I like it that way. Yeah, my kitty cats, inside and outside, got ham that day. They had it for about a week, because I had me a big ham. I was thinking getting me another ham and fix it for Christmas, but I'd rather have turkey, because the kitty cats, I have turkey. Outside, I have kitty cats, I have turkey. They have the turkey juice. Let's see. Did I buy stove stuff? I have to look. Because I like dressing. I haven't had dressing since my mom passed away. Dad always grew his sage out there in the yard. But it was time to pull the leaves off of it. He'd take it down in the basement and put it on the box in the food pantry or the cold room. It used to be a cold room where you have coal to put in your stoker. And I have it there drying out. I don't know if you can even buy sage at the grocery store. I don't know. But I don't mind fixing turkey, but man, I'd rather have that thing that Mom has. It's kind of like a crock pot, but I ain't paying $200 to $300 to cook a turkey in it once a year. But Mom always kept hers up there in the closet in the kitchen. And I don't know what happened to it after Mom passed away. No, my brother, he probably threw it in the garbage like he did her piano and organ and my stereo and clothes and my United States Marine Corps overcoat and a bunch of other clothes. But I don't know. I might go in there and fix me a Wendy's hamburger. I don't know, Kroger's or JC's store sells Wendy's hamburger. They got the package, little square of hamburger. It does taste like Wendy's. And I don't know, the microwave is not bad to cook in a Wendy's hamburger. But I don't like frying too much because all the grease pops out, even if you got it down on low. It goes all over the glass countertop. I got an LG ThinQ piece of crap. To me, it's still a piece of crap. And you always have to clean those glass counters off. That's one thing you have to worry about when you get one of those glass top Rangers. And, I wish my Christmas would be better. Like I say, the closer it gets to Christmas, people, I'm going to be really getting sad and crying. I get thinking about my mother and my father at Christmas. And, I'm happy. I'm surviving. I got my kitty cats to help me from going bananas. Yep, I got a roof over my head. You asked me that 8 years ago, 709. I didn't know if I was going to be homeless or what, because with the income I had 8 years ago, I couldn't afford $1,000 a month rent. I couldn't afford that. Lucky, who I went to, the government, when I bought this house, it's based on my income. And at least, like you say, I got a roof over my head. And I'm sitting here talking to very sweet people here on YouTube, my family. Maybe not blood family, but you're my YouTube family. I got a bunch of kids on here calling me grandpa. That makes me feel good. Some calls me uncle. Some calls me dad. That makes me feel good. Yeah, I got the Ponderosa. It's not like the Ponderosa on Bonanza. I think they had what, 10,000 acres, somewhere like that. Man, that's a whole lot of property. Morty, I wouldn't know what I would do with 10,000 acres. Lordy. Probably have it all fenced in and have a few cows and blood don't mean anything. I like where I'm living here, people. Where I live out in the country. It's quiet. I live on a I know that's what I like about YouTube there, 709. They're my family, my friends. And I worry about them too on here. Even the kids that's on here with their parents. They're like my grandkids. And I appreciate all these people. Like last night, well, in the email, I only got one new subscriber, but sometimes I get emails, other times I don't. I just don't know. Hello, Sherm Stick. Good evening, my friend. I hope you have a good Christmas in a couple of weeks. Let's see, today's 17th. Well, about a week, something like that. I might take off Friday. I got to go have blood work done. I think I'd do it this week, one day. I don't know. I got to watch the weather tonight, see if it's going to snow Friday or tomorrow. If it's going to snow Friday, that means I would have to go tomorrow and have my blood work done because I don't want to get snowbound. Because I got to have my blood work done before I go to the doctor uh, after Christmas. I think the 29th, somewhere like that, I have to go to the doctor. Did I say the 29th? Let me look when that is. Oh, I hate getting old, people. That's bad when I can't see the calendar. Oh, it's a Monday. Okay. It had me worried there for a minute. I was worried. I was worried. I was really worried on what day of the week it was on. Excuse me. Yep. I hope I have a good Christmas, but it's not going to be. You know, like I say, I got no family that lives close to me. None of my other kids will come and see me. I don't have no girlfriend. All I got here is my kitty cats. You know, this is my family, my kitty cats. They love you unconditional. Ain't that right? Look up here. Say hi, everybody. Yeah, that's true, 709. Looky here. Say hi, Kathy. Say hi, everybody. That's one thing about Kathy. If she wants something, if I'm sleeping, if I'm not up, she kind of smacked me on my face. And then she comes out, I hear you. Or if I don't, she'll come out with her toenails and, they're like razor blades. And, but she has two daddies. I read that somewhere, sometimes kitty cats can have two daddies. Well, that's what she got, two daddies. 'Cause in the face, she looks like Tiger. Well, Tiger's dead. But she act like John Wayne. John Wayne was a lovable kitty cat. Same color, too. Like I say, I like Kathy. If I stop, that's what she'd do. If I stop, she'd take her paw and tap me. Said, "Don't stop, Daddy. Keep petting me." Ain't that right, Kathy? But they give you unconditional love. Any animals you get, they know when you feel bad. Kathy got her motor turned on. Plus, it gives you exercise. They want you to pet them. Or she'll jump up on the bed and jump down and sit there and look at you. Says, time to either go in there and fill my water jug up or need some cat food. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, baby? You look like your daddy Tiger in the face, but you act like your other daddy, John Wayne. Because John Wayne was a lovable kitty cat. Your daddy wasn't really that lovable. He don't mind getting petted, but he just want to be left alone. Yes, your daddy was. Yeah, you got your motor on. That's funny. When they tap you with their claws, people, they're like a razor blade. You know, I got where they put the claws, but if you see my leg, you see all the scratches. He one today trying to find it on my arm. I mean, instead of them come, they come a running. You know, my bed right there next to the door. There's my door right there. They come a running. They forget I'm right here. I get scratches here. Like they don't pay attention when they go to jump on the bed. Ain't that right, Kathy? And right now I'm petting Kathy. And before the night's over, I will pet my other kitty cats. Yes, I will, won't I? But people, it's time for me to get off of here. Maybe go get me something to munch on. And I hope you all follow your dreams. Here's Alexi. There's Alexi. That's Alex's baby. And Margaret is Alexi's grandma. Ain't that right? Them two gets running back and forth. Hey, be careful with those claws. Alexi was kind of stretching out her claws. So, I want to thank you all. I hope you all have a good Christmas. Happy New Year. Just remember, those people, it's not going to have a good Christmas. Or they're not going to get check on them. Maybe not getting anything for Christmas. That's how come I put my post office box on here. You know, I want my kitty cats to be happy. I told you it cost me about $30 a bag for a 44-pound bag of cat food. At Tractor Supply, they call that multiple cats. Since it's cold outside, they're not eating that much cat food. I put enough outside close to the front of the porch because Tomcat don't like to come up on the porch to eat. He rather eat down there close where he can take off if he has to. But it would cost me in that multiple cat food, it would cost me probably $90 for, see, 144, 100 what? 100, oh, a little bit over 100 pounds. I usually buy them some tuna fish. 'Cause I can't stand the smell of tuna fish. Any kind of fish, I cannot stand. I don't even eat any kind of fish. But my kitty cats eats tuna fish. And sardines. They go crazy on sardines. You know, you can send gift cards for like Tractor Supply. You know, and you can when you send it by U.S. mail, you can put in a letter that you for my cats or whatever. But I treat all my cats the same. I love them all unconditional. And just like one of the mama cats, I forget which one, maybe it was Boots, or was it a tomcat? Oh, it was Boots. Brought a squirrel. She brought it to the babies and to teach the babies the smell of the squirrel and the taste of the squirrel. That's what they do with the mice, baby rabbits, birdies. The mama catch it to teach them the smell of it, the taste of it, and they know they look for birdies. So far in the last month or so, they had a squirrel, a birdie, a mouse. I don't think they had a mole. I don't think. I don't think these outside kitty cats is mole catchers. And they do catch birdies. So, people, I love you. I love you very much. But the closer it gets to Christmas, people, I'm going to be in a bad mood. I'm going to be upset, probably cry. I get thinking of my mother and my dad at Christmas time. It's going to be a sad time. Even, I don't even have a girlfriend because, you know, some of you that I know is too far away. Now, that's too far away from me. Because if it don't work out, it's too far for you to go back home. And I would be worrying about you driving a couple of 100 miles, 1,000 miles, 2,000 miles. I'd be worrying about you. That you get in a car wreck. You know, I couldn't deal with that. That's how come I put a 50 miles radius. But I hope you all have a good Christmas. And may Santa Claus help me get a new laptop, or maybe you work for HP. They can send me another HP computer like I got since PC Online screwed it up. Because I would be on my laptop, people, and back on StreamYard. It's, $44 and 90 some odd cents a month for StreamYard. And I can't do it. I can't afford to make any more payments. I got payments out my rear end. I can't afford no payments, but I'm hoping Santa Claus, since I've been good this year, that I know of, I've been polite to everybody, try to help people out, just like Yeah, it was yesterday. I had this older woman in front of me at Walmart. I helped her set her groceries up on the thing. That's how I was raised. And that's what I do. I try to help people out. That's one reason I started my YouTube channel. If I could give the younger people good advice and help them to do the good things, that's what I try to do to help everybody out. There's some people that they're on Facebook, YouTube, down there in Florida. I'm going to call Turtle Lady. She done got probably $100,000 for what I seen in paperwork. She's on disability, Social Security. You have to report that to Social Security. You have to report it on your food stamp. How come in Florida, Otters Creek, that tell you probably who it is. Why hadn't the state of Florida do anything? Why haven't the federal government, who controls Social Security, done anything? If that was me, they done took my Social Security away from me. And I just leave it up to God, people. Because God got something planned for me. But we have to wait and see. So, if you can't help people out there at Christmas time, no matter where you are on the planet, you know, I would love to have an HP or a computer. It don't matter. I've been looking at this one computer. I know I'm going to get it wrong. Lenovo, I think. It's black. It's kind of like a gaming computer. One gigabyte of hard drive. It's got a good graphics card and plenty of RAM. You people knows about that, so I want to thank you all for joining me tonight, being the good people you are. And I love you. I love you good ladies that's on here that will watch it later. So I want to thank you all. God loves you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.